One of the strangest and most depressing aspects of Jewish history is anti-Semitism. If you think about it, arguably no people for its size has contributed more to the world than the Jewish people. Yet no people has been hated longer, more deeply, more irrationally and universally than the Jewish people. If we look at the supposed reasons why Jews are hated, the list is endless. Jews have been accused of kidnapping Christian babies to use their blood to bake matzah, of poisoning wells, of being in league with the devil, of controlling the world's economy, the US government, seismic activity, solar flares, triggering tsunamis in Southeast Asia to drown Indonesia with tidal waves, releasing sharks into the Red Sea to destroy Egyptian tourism, sending vultures to spy on Saudi Arabia, and even stealing the clouds from over Iran. But if we look at all of these accusations through the lens of fact and history, we see that all of them are clearly just excuses. People may believe them, but none of them have anything to do with reality. What does Judaism say is the real ultimate cause of anti-Semitism? The answer is, from the Jewish perspective, from Abraham onward, for thousands of years, the Jewish people have been dragging the world, sometimes kicking and screaming, towards a vision of values based on the reality of one God and an absolute moral standard that comes from that God. And when humanity rebels against that mission, they take it out on the Jewish people. Which is why, by the way, when evil comes into the world, and you can test this like gravity, Jews will be the first target. You can literally see how a country is doing in terms of democracy and human rights by how they treat the Jewish people living amongst them. It starts with the Jews, then it spreads to everyone else. And Israel is the Jew amongst the nations. Show me what a country thinks of Israel, and I'll tell you all about their human rights and their democracy. It's not an accident that countries like North Korea and Iran are the biggest Jew haters. Possibly the person who hated the Jews the most understood what the Jewish people are very deeply, Adolf Hitler. He said the Jewish people put two scars on humanity, conscience on the soul and circumcision on the body. Both are inventions of the Jewish people. But if we understand that ultimately, all excuses aside, what drives anti-Semitism is a rebellion against the national historic mission of the Jewish people to bring a certain vision of values into the world, then ultimately, the only solution to anti-Semitism will be the Jewish people working together as a people, being a light to nations, to finally bring those values, not just to the entire Jewish people, but to the entire world. And when the Jewish people accomplish that mission, then we'll get an end to anti-Semitism and peace not just for the Jewish people, but for the entire human race. I'm Ken Spiro, and you're watching JTV.
To stay up to date with the latest JTV content, if you're on YouTube, click subscribe below the video and the alarm bell. And if you're on Facebook, click the like button, and under following, click see first.